But first, we'll get into your headlines here on this Wednesday. We start with the Sunnyside Dog Park. It is fully open. The dog park was closed because the goats were there. But the goats worked really fast to clear out that large exercise area. So now that's back open, and it says, thank you for your patience and effort while they cleared the invasive plants, and hope to see you at the park. A message from the Sunnyside Dog Park group. Fun at the Park will be happening tomorrow night at the Southdale Park. This is part of our effort to communicate the annexation of the town of Madison. Fitchburg is getting a piece of the town of Madison, basically south of the Beltline between Highway 14 and Rimrock Road. And we want you to join us, members from the town in that area, at the park for fun in the park, where we'll have games. We've got food. In fact, I'm going to break it down on that food right now. For the food, we got hamburgers, we got hot dogs, we got chips, we got snow cones, and we're adding one more deep, great sandwich, a Philly sandwich. JD's helping us out. JD's is a local business in the town that'll be becoming part of Fitchburg. So we're glad to have them as a partner in this, and they will be serving up, have some great food. And we have met a lot of people at this, and you're going to meet a lot more as you come out for this event tomorrow. It'll be 4:30 to 6:30 at the Southdale Park, 200 Deer Valley Road. We're under the shelter. I want to put a note to this as well. We know there's a chance of rain tomorrow. We will be making our rain call in the early afternoon, whether we'll have to cancel the event or not. We're going to hope that we can get this in and the rain's going to hold off. But if it does, we'll put out signs informing everybody that it is not happening at the park because of the rain. But we're going to say and pretend that that's not going to happen, and there will be an event at the park. So stop on by 4:30 to 6:30. Our city departments are going to be there. We got a lot of nonprofits coming out, and some special guests as well. So we'll hope to see you all out there at Southdale Park. Fitchburg Senior Center, transportation services. If you haven't used the transportation services, excuse me, that Senior Center has, gets me choked up when I talk about it. Here, let's take a look at the list. Let's start with medical rides. It says, please note, we do not require notice of at least 5. We do require notice, and I do not do require notice of at least 5 business days for a ride request in order to find an available driver. Proof of COVID vaccination is required. Any questions, you can call the Senior Center at the number on your screen. Meals, it's $1 round trip. Transportation provided to and from the Senior Center by Transit Solutions. All you got to do is call the Senior Center, 608-270-4290 to schedule your ride today. Please indicate if you need a wheelchair lift, and they'll help you out. How about the shopping trips? Shopping trips, $3 round trip, provided by Transit Solutions from the general and grocery store shopping on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. You must indicate wheelchair upon sign up. You can check the calendar for trip destinations. And finally, Shuttle Service. This service is used for medical ride requests that require wheelchair transportation. Request donation is $10 round trip. Call the Senior Center 270-4290 3 business days in advance to schedule a ride, and subsidy for the transportation is provided by the Friends of the Fitchburg Senior Center. Still choked up. All right, book club at the cafe at the Fitchburg Public Library. Check this out. This is happening on Wednesday, September 14th. Book club at the cafe is held on the second Wednesday of the month at oh my gosh, I can't say it. Barriques, thank you. Please join us for a discussion of this month's book, You Never Forget Your First by Alex Go. Copies of the book are available at the library, second floor reference desk. Registration is not required. That is at Barriques, and that'll be at 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. at 5957 McKee Road in Fitchburg on September 14th. And you can email Minda, the outreach librarian, for more information. All right, turning our attention to air travel. We warned you earlier, we're talking Department of Aid, Trade, Consumer Protection, but here's a good reminder for you. If you're planning any travel by plane, you should plan for extra. I've heard so many horror stories for the travel, and I've got 2 trips coming up back to back that I'm a little nervous about. So let's talk about your passenger rights. Airlines must offer refunds, including the ticket price and any optional fees charged for canceled or significantly delayed flights. Know your airline's policy ahead of time. If you aren't aiding by the law or their own policies, you can report them to the U.S. Department of Transportation. It's good to know. How about this one? Book an early flight. These are some travel tips for you. Book an early flight so that if it is delayed or canceled, your travel plans are minimally affected. Avoid connecting flights if possible to minimize the chance of delays and cancellations. That's a tough one, because a lot of times you do have to, go to a different airport or change planes. But if you can avoid that, that's good. Consider purchasing travel insurance to cover the costs associated with the flight delays. Make sure you read those, though. Really read those. Book a hotel with a free cancellation policy near your departing airport in case your flight is significantly delayed. I thought that was the coolest tip yet, to book a hotel room, especially in the wintertime for us when we're traveling. When it comes to Wisconsin, you want to make sure you got that. And pack a change of clothes and basic TSA complement toiletries in your carry-on in case your language is lost or delayed, or if a flight is delayed and you need to make an overnight stay. And have a safe flight, because that's what is most important. We want to make sure you travel just fine. And finally, a reminder about campus fire safety. We know you got a lot of loved ones going back to school. We want to make sure they stay safe. So, as the new semester begins, remember about that campus fire safety. As students, you need to use these quick tips here on your screen. First one, and these are pretty startling statistics. Fires in student housing can cause an average of 29 injuries and 11 million in damages each year. September and October are the peak months for fire, with most fires occurring between 5 and 9 p.m. Not so good. And 9 out of 10 fires are started by cooking. We see a lot of cooking fires here in the city of Fitchburg. So please, please, please do your part. Stay by when you're cooking, because unattended cooking leads to devastating consequences for a lot of people. All right, that does it for our headlines. Coming up next, we open up our digest. We're going to take you out to the new Compass Health breaking ground earlier today. That's next right here on TF.